Welcome to 100 Gems podcast. And today we got Coach Darvin in the house with Dr. Robert Powell.
That's right.
The Big Six class was off the chain. We was talking about purpose, anchoring into your purpose, as a matter of fact. Pastor, you had said something during the meeting that made so much sense where with your purpose, you actually gonna be able to eat off your purpose.
You should.
You should be able to eat off your purpose.
People pay you. They'll pay you when you're in purpose. When you ain't getting paid, either you not asking or you around folks that don't value your purpose. So it should.
Right.
I told him we gonna take it off the sheet because I had him there. You don't always get paid in purpose. But when I think about it, I don't know too many folks that in purpose that don't get paid.
Right.
You know, I think some of the things that I do, I may not get always paid for it. But you in purpose, man. Man, Rob, when you in purpose, I got to give you something.
Right. Come on. I got a question for you, Pastor, about purpose. Let's say, that is the fact. You still have to be groomed or developed in your purpose, though.
Right,
Am I correct?
Right.
I know for me, being around you, I know I'm in my purpose. There's no question. But I know it has enhanced tremendously from me being around you, though. And you providing those insights. Rob, you need a rider. Rob, what's the qualifier? You know what I'm saying? And then you always ask those provoking questions to help me see it better. And I'm going to say that I don't believe I would be where I'm at today mentally and then on target far as my purpose if I wouldn't have had the pleasure of having you part of my life.
Thank you, Rob. But see, right now, I don't think you're not even doing what your purpose to do. Right? You're good at sometimes when you're good at so many things, you be okay. When I met you, your purpose, I looked at it when you have a gift to when it comes to putting together that training you did. You went from providing care for folks that was on drugs and you were coming off drugs, and then you took it to the Father. You don't know, like life changing ministry. When I heard you on the radio, I knew you heard of you before, but I heard your radio commercial y'all had. It was pretty lengthy. It was like a show. Your purpose, I see you in purpose when you providing those homes, training, developing the teachers. Not necessarily I don't mean those don't teach, but you have a knack for that.
Yeah,
you have a natural knack for that. But sometimes we in purpose, we go on purpose. What sometimes the people around you has to have the same vision. Support, and we have to know when to know what our yang is. Yin and the yang. You got to know that just because I'm in purpose, like you said, I have to develop and grow to protect that, to understand that. So when you're in purpose, there's folks around you that you're going to need to help you. And you got to have accountability. You got to have things you say, man, look, you heard my purpose. You going to hurt us on this one here. Now, something, every problem people have does not necessarily mean it's going to stop you from getting in your purpose. And Judas' purpose was to get Christ to the cross. That was his, and he knew that. I'm gonna need you for this. You have to know what everybody's purpose is around that, and know what their role is.
But that's a cold piece, man. Knowing, I gotta just imagine with how Jesus may have felt with Judas, knowing Judas' purpose. And his purpose was to have him go get me killed. Go on, tell it. Go on, get it in. But for him to endure that, I think that's one of the coldest examples it is. Because if you're going to sit there with somebody, man, that's designed to get you murdered.
Right.
You know what I mean? And still love them and treat them like, that was another thing. I have never heard anything about Judas other than he portrayed Jesus.
Right.
You know what I mean? But as far as their relationship, and then when you pop that though, I can't do this unless you do that.
Yeah, it's an adversary friend. There's you got people that's friends of your they're adversaries to purpose, and then there's some people that are friend to your purpose, and then it looks like they're an adversary. They're not my friend. Right. They're not my friend, but they're here for this reason.
Yeah.
And the thing when you talked about Judas, like David I have with Judas, he knew who Judas was.
Right.
He knew the role of Judas. See, and I had a problem with that because I thought that God put that they put that in Judas. But that was already in Judas.
It was already in it.
Judas, man.
Come on with it. Man.
You dirty, you're dirty.
You're dirty.
We ain't got to put dirt in you, right? Now, I have a situation, man, where if I want rumor to get out, if I want something to get out, I go tell this person, don't tell nobody. I know they're going to tell. They tell the guy, man, don't tell nobody.
They finna spill all
man. Or you use them and say, man, Nick, I need you to get this out.
Right.
So when people have a purpose, their purpose that not Peter, but Timothy, whenever they had something going on, they wanted to rally the troops. Rally the troops. They would say, go tell Timothy. Right? There's some people who around you don't even know their purpose, and you don't know why their purpose to be there. Right? You got to figure out, man, why you here? And see, so that when you stop giving me that, then the purpose gone. Oh man, I'm gonna stop doing that. Well, then you stop doing that.
Right.
I'm gonna stop training folks. Well, you stop training folks, I don't need you.
Right.
That's all the reason you're around.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Excuse me. Can you chime in on that? Because you talked about sometimes people can be taking you from your purpose.
Right.
And you talked about sometimes you gotta learn how to cut people off.
Right.
And you talked about in McDonald's how, sometimes, earlier on people lasted, they lasted with you a couple of years.
Right.
Then 1 year you got better and better. That getting them out of there.
Yeah.
Well, when you talk about purpose, first of all, right, don't mistake a job with purpose. I have a job, right, that can provide, right? My purpose is my work. I do that everywhere. Right. If you figure out, like I'm a pastor, and a leader of leaders. I told myself I'm the business pastor.
Right.
What that means, I said also I'm a trainer of trainers and a leader of leaders. I train.
Right.
So even when you go back, when I was in the military, train. When I was at McDonald's, train. They said, hey, put them on the shift. Right. Get me some guys and send them to Robert. Right. I knew the training piece. And when I was in the program to be an owner, the lady told me, she said, you're going to be successful if you can recruit, develop, and motivate people. Some folk can't recruit nobody. If you can't recruit nobody, you're going to kill me because you're still going to always be short-staffed.
Yeah.
Right? And even if you can recruit people, if you can't train them, then we always going to have an issue. People don't want to go into a place that's not executed properly. They really don't. What they like, people, I told them, even though people are disorganized, they like being a part of things that's organized. I told them, you clean a room at home, you got children, clean that one room up and watch how they go into the clean room. People, like stores just ran well. You walking out, hey, get my son, y'all hired? Some place you go and so disorganized, you don't want your children working. You don't want your children working there. You don't want to work there because it's disorganized.
That's interesting.
When you got order, and seeing what order does, order illuminate disorder. If you get things in order, your purpose sticks out. Man, you good at this. Man, you can train. Have you ever had a teacher that couldn't teach? See, I had a teacher. I wanted to tell him, you need to.
He be coming up with another.
I left that man. I was kind of slow anyway. And if I'm slow anyway and you a bad teacher, I don't think that bad grade just mine. I said, we should be able to grade. We should be able to grade the teachers.
She
Grade the teacher.
You flunk. You dumb. You dumb. Give me your book. Give me that book and let me see how many answers you can answer.
That's right.
Hey, I tell you, some teachers, I don't need you because all you doing is reading out the book. That teacher, man, all they did is read the book. And I swear, ain't now question they asked me was in that book. It's like you trying to make me fail.
Trying it, yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Listen.
I never thought about that, Pastor.
I had a
swear.
teacher
Grade
like
the
that.
teacher. Get a teacher a grade.
I had a teacher like that too. Like with
Yeah.
Pastor Thomas, I had one.
Like they done something when you missed something. I mean, you should be excited when I get it. See, that's what I'm trying to say, man. I don't want to get started with that. I was looking at a lot of good teachers, man. They were getting mad because they saw something in me and they would tell me, I'm not going to let you do that. I'm like, he let him do it. They told me, well, he can't learn. He can't get it. You got it. See, you need folks around you that challenge you. But as a teacher, you have to know more than me in that area. Right? How I'm gonna know more about what you called to do when that ain't even my call. I'm the McDonald's guy. I make hamburgers. I gotta make the hamburger, and the hamburgers ain't just the McDonald's got the recipe. I can't put my sauce on it. I gotta know how to deliver it fast, be nice, right? Deliver it fast and be nice. Third thing is what? Deliver fast, and be nice. If that McDonald's is fast and nice,
You'll get some money.
right? If I'm fast, right, I don't get that many complaints about being rude because they're in and out.
Right.
So I got to understand, if you can't recruit, I can recruit people, man. I'm going to tell you something. I'm like Tom Sawyer in the fence. When Tom Sawyer painting that fence, he look at they paid Tom Sawyer to paint that fence. Right? Yeah. Man, folks go to work. Man, listen, you got to have folks, and I'm not saying this is actuality, but you got to have it to so where people want to pay you to come work with you. I want to, man, I'm coming just to get that experience. I'm coming to get that. So those are the things that when I say we need this, that this is when we call Darvin. Right? It's a lot of folk doing credit.
Yeah.
Matter of fact,
They ain't doing it like Darvin.
listen. Yes, they is, in a sense. They have Darvin, they'll get Darvin blueprint. They get his slides. And I seen them. I'm like, man, change it up a little bit.
Right.
You gonna look at that's just like you turn the test in and leaving writing the person's name down on the paper. I'm cheating on your paper and put Darvin up that name.
Right.
So what I'm saying though is that it just ain't credit, man. It's that he studies it. He's detailed.
Yeah.
He has his gift is that he details stuff. He want to know. He want to learn. So when Darvin was talking about in the class, we talk about family members. We talk about different folks getting involved with the purpose part. You have to know what your purpose and call to do. See, and sometimes you fight it, but you are purpose to be the provider. Joseph's purpose was to preserve the name, preserve the people. They had 70. He started with 70 people, and it was a million something when they left. When you're in purpose, it don't add, it multiplies.
Ain't that something?
When you in purpose,
Right.
it multiplies.
Right.
You increase.
Right.
So when they needed training or something done, they would call Robert. McDonald's had a store, and they got a problem in that store, they called me. When the military had a problem on that flight, I was a cop, and they said, we got a flight of, normally about 40, 50 million, and they say, we got a problem, they send me.
They send the pass.
Their scores ain't where it need to be.
I got a question because this past weekend, one of your staff got the Ray Kroc Award.
Yes, sir.
So
yes,
is that's because of the trainer?
that's a trainer.
Because of the training.
Could that happen if the trainer wasn't involved?
No.
That's a reflection, ain't it?
Yeah.
That's
He
a
said it
reflection.
multiplies.
It multiplies.
That's a reflection, ain't
Yeah.
it?
Got to be.
And one thing about it is we call them testaments. See, when other folks are giving your testimony, it's a testimony.
It's a testimony.
But see, sometimes when people giving their testament, it ain't even really half of it you can add to it. But you can say, man, I was there.
Right.
I was there. And the testament is that it doesn't work. Did it work? And you always gotta have somebody, man. You gotta have you gotta have folks telling your story. You gotta have somebody say, man, I was there. And what's the Ray Kroc Award? Ray Kroc Award is 1% of the outstanding store managers gets the Ray Kroc Award. Every 2 years, the outstanding store manager, 1% of them get the Ray Kroc. Ray Kroc is the highest award that you can win. They get thousands of dollars from the corporate, several thousands of dollars, and then they also, wherever the convention is, they fly them in to the convention. And next year, she's getting flew in, D'Amica Stewart, she's getting flew in. They're going to take her to Barcelona, Spain.
That's what's
Man, that's outstanding, man.
That's what's happening.
See, when people say your gifts make room for you, number two, that's why you say when you're in purpose, her purpose is not McDonald's. It ain't. Her
Right.
purpose is training, developing, recruiting, and motivating the people.
Ain't that deep? He didn't take the credit to say it's she the McDonald's. Her purpose is
Right,
that.
no.
Yeah, it ain't.
He's
No.
saying he
Yeah,
already
yeah,
knowing
yeah.
McDonald's ain't her last stop.
No, I wasn't
That's
saying
what-
that.
that's
Oh,
what-
what ain't what you say? Okay, hold on. Look at him. He ain't saying that. Okay, I'm listening, Pastor.
Cut.
Yeah.
Nigga, hold on, David.
Yeah.
Man, that's why she see this in podcast. She be looking somewhere, somebody be stealing my people, man. No, what I was saying was, because we got room. What I was saying was, people, I'm not pigeon-toeing her. Now, if something happened to McDonald's, if something happened to Burger King, if something happened to the military, if something happens, purpose ain't tied to something that could no longer be here. Right? If you was, her purpose would be working at Sears and Roebuck. I'm going to see, what happened to Sears and Roebuck ain't here no more. What I was saying was, her purpose is to recruit, develop, motivate, and motivate. My job is recruit the managers, develop them, and motivate them. That's what I'm called to do. As long as I'm doing that, right, I'm going to always have a job. Like I told you, you can put in the bag, beat the bag, and throw the bag in California. You jump out running. What you
Still
doing?
come out
I
shining.
recruit, develop, and motivate.
Right.
Anywhere. I go anywhere. I told them, oh, man, you purpose. No, I'm not purpose at McDonald's. I'm purpose, recruit, develop, and motivate. I can be at McDonald's and not doing that. I ain't going to be at McDonald's long.
Right.
You follow me? So you have to make a goal, and you have to know what support you need and what you're called to do. Because sometimes we get out of purpose because why? People will use you. You feel people are using you when you don't understand how to walk in your purpose. Man, see, it's something that's called shrinkage at McDonald's. You know what shrinkage is? Shrinkage is they going to steal something.
Yeah. Oh,
That's some loss.
Yeah.
You know, you're not going
It's goes
you're not gonna get 50 McDonald's, 50 buns, and then 50 buns got sold. It's gonna be 47 buns.
Right.
It's gonna be 40 buns. You want to keep it to a minimum, right? Because you know I don't get invited to the barbecues in the summer. You know why, right?
Why?
They got my meat.
Right. Ain't that something?
You can't invite me to the barbecue. You got an M,
got the
a
Big
big M
Mac
in the middle of the quarter pounder.
I got the
Got some quarter pounders on the grill.
on the grill.
Can't like my nuggets. How you get some McDonald's nuggets?
I'm gonna go next time.
You gonna go?
I go next
Hey,
time.
man, look here. Hey, see, they can't invite you in. But see, when you're in purpose, man, you got to realize in purpose, man, it's called to serve. And when you're serving people, man, you think you special. Man, they doing me wrong. I'm a pastor, man. They do. You go to every pastor, they got the same they crying the same blues.
Yeah.
I ain't crying on blues, man. They crazy. That's right. And you know what? I'm the medicine. Now, every aspirin ain't gonna fix every headache.
Right.
But that headache right there, I can fix that one.
Right.
If they take it.
Right.
See, and that's why I get excited, man. I did. I'm telling you, man, I'm gonna be honest. A year ago, about a year and a half ago, y'all know, man, I wasn't, when I was talking, they thought I was like upset, man. Man, I was just, I just wasn't gonna keep doing business like I was doing it.
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't gonna keep doing passion, right? I'm in my, I had to understand my purpose and who purpose to be around me. There are people purpose to get you where you going, and there are people purpose to stop you.
Come on now, Pat.
It's people purpose to frustrate you.
Come on now.
And we always talk about family. members. The reason family members are that way because they're the closest. And if you listen, they'll train you.
Good too.
They'll train you good. I love them. I love my man. I'm telling you, I'm just as crazy as they is. You ain't no better. It's just that I'm gonna figure out, man. This is what I do. When I was in the military, man, I'm telling you, I love to serve. People will make you cuss and quit in purpose. You can't quit, man. Man, I hate using. I don't like using Jesus because I'm not Jesus. You know, he's saying not. So if he's doing this, he in purpose, right? Man, me old country boy, they gonna have some issues. They gonna have some issues.
Right.
I know you're in purpose, dog. It ain't credit, because you know,
Your dog's a whole lot more than
it's
credit.
the things you think about,
Yeah.
man. And man, I told we was talking about that water, how you break stuff down and how you do things, man. Anything I get in, I'm gonna analyze it. The AI, the AO, AO,
AI, artificial intelligence.
AI,
He said, "AO."
AO. So, a lot of times where we get off track is that we let people pigeonhole us. Man, I can go over here. Listen, I told them, and then sometimes people don't know their purpose. I know why I'm here. I want to be here. I told them at the church, I'm here. I want to be here. I know my purpose. Why are you here? Why are you here? If you figure out that and do that, you're going to never have no problem. We're going to get to where we're going. But a lot of times, people try and do what you're doing. And you can't do what I do. And I can't do what you do and don't want to do what you do. You follow me?
Yes, sir.
I am not the piano player.
Right.
I don't play the organ. They didn't call me to sing. They called me to teach. They don't call me to be a part of the prophetic conference. They don't. They call me when they're talking about business, order, structure, stuff like that. And I got to know, keep studying that. Now, I ain't got no more when I done maxed out everything in the world about that, then I can go on maybe learn the piano. But for right now, you need to learn what you say you called to do. And they'll pay me for that.
Right.
That's I prosper. That's the ox in my life.
Right.
That's that ox. That's what that's not always looked to be sexy. Because sometimes when you good at something, you don't look at it. You don't look, oh man, you know, you get bored sometimes, you know. No, man. Somebody got to come around and say, man, you good at this? Keep doing that. Keep hitting it. Keep pushing. Hey, I'm telling you, man, you know, we get bored quick. Oh man, you know, man, we don't want you to come. I don't need you to teach and preach. You need to come sing. That's what I need you to do. I need you to come teach the singers how to sing. Teach the choir how to be, how to do the work through that system now. Organize this. Bring a recruit, develop, motivate. Build a team. Not right. We don't want you to be the team. Build a father. Build a team, and then you step back and look. I ain't gotta sing all the songs. When you sing real good, I can sit back and say, look at that, look at that. When she won that award, you know what I say? We won that award. We won that award. Yeah, see, ain't but two people, man, in the whole city of Milwaukee. Two. Don't won Ray Kroc.
Really?
Two.
Get out of here.
My nephew Gary and my cousin Mika are the only two that's won the Ray Kroc Award.
Wow.
Only two.
Wow.
Right.
That's deep. I know one of the things when you was just talking about Darwin, Pass, but you in this too. For me personally, I don't have anybody that I can. Kayla too. I can call and start.
You saw Kayla getting her feeling.
She be out. But I don't got nobody I can call and really chop it up or dissect and look at a plan and come up with different ideas. I know whenever I deal with either one of y'all, we sit down there, man. By the time we leave the table, it's 100 ideas. It's 100 ideas. And it's 2 or 3 of them I'm finna go put down right away. I'm finna be making calls. I'm finna implement. Yeah. You know what I mean? And that's one of the things, man, that especially as you grow, like you saying, Pastor, you know, it
me-
weed out stuff.
Let me tell you something, Darvin. I mean, dear Darvin and Rob. What you just said is powerful, because when you come to me to chop it up, that's how Rob chop it up. When I go to Darvin, I'm gonna say this. Darvin calls when I see him. When people say, "I've been praying for you,"
Right.
man, I be looking, and I told them the church this too. I said, "I know you've been praying for me." Well, I said, "Cause you did this. I know when you get. Nah, I've been lifting you up. I'm the lowest I ever been." I know I've been praying for you, Rob. Why? Cause when you come to me, that ain't the first time I've been thinking about you.
No.
mean,
It's evidence. It's real evidence,
Now,
Pastor.
what I tell
It's
you,
real evidence.
we were talking today.
It's
I
real
said,
evidence.
You said, "I know you've been praying. I know you've been praying about it." Either because I snapped, I was snapping on it. I know you've been praying. You gonna tell me? Because this ain't supposed to went like this. God had to be in the middle. There is a God, Rob. There is a Lord. So I know you've been praying. You've been thinking about me.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I mean, because you came to me with a whole list. I ran this in. I was looking at this in for you, Pastor. I was thinking about your business. I was thinking about when you never think about somebody. You ain't thought about me, man. Mm-hmm. You ain't thought about the church. You ain't thought about my business. You ain't. Folks get up, man, leave church and don't think about God or the church until they come back next Sunday and walk in the door. That's a step, don't get me wrong.
Right.
People don't think about you until they see you. Man, I was gonna call you. No, you wasn't. You saw me again. That was 3 months ago. You was gonna do this. Man, I understand. Don't say that, right? When I see you, I think about you.
Right.
Convention, we go to convention. Man, we gotta stay. No, man, we convention friends. I see you at the next one.
Right.
It's a convention friend.
Ain't no
Convention
stay in
free.
touch.
We ain't gonna stay in touch, and that's okay, because you can't stay in touch with everybody.
Right. No.
You'll never get nothing done.
Right.
But
No.
I'm telling you this. If you're a part of the purpose, I'm a part of your purpose, you're going to, hey, man, I got to get a hold of Rob, man, because Rob got this, and we need to get together.
Yeah.
We got the Big Six. We got 100 Gems. We got Life Changing Ministry. We got Abundant Faith. We got all that stuff going on, right? And people say, man, how'd I get a hold of you?
Right.
How you get a hold of me?
Right.
That's a big old building, 70,000 square feet. Stop in there on a Sunday. Just stop in there. How that mean? So really, man, when you think about me, you think about all the things that concern me. And sometimes people do think about you though, but they think about what you can do for them.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Man, you know what I can.
That's the most. That's the most of what I can get.
I can get.
Yeah,
So when you call, I'm gonna call
man,
somebody who, man, or either had some of the same situations, you know, whatever. But man, a lot of times you in purpose, man. You gotta know what your purpose is, right, and who in line that can help you understand what your purpose is and how to get there.
What you say, Pastor, because I gotta say, walking in, moving in your purpose, a lot of times, the things that you need come to you, come to you. Because I ain't gonna lie, Pastor came to me. You came to me, you know, and you come to me at a time where I needed you. For the direction I'm moving in and some of the things that I was doing, I didn't know how much I was missing.
Yeah.
I was missing all kind of things. I was dumb as a box of rocks, keeping it 100. But because Pastor came into my life, man, the man, you know, and he can't help it. To tell you how this go or how it should go, take a look. Did you think about this, Rob? Did you write that down? I said, man, I ain't never had nobody tell me to write stuff down.
Let me tell you something, man. I don't like it.
Write it
I
down.
don't like it. I don't like it. I promise you, man. Because you know, and I'm gonna say this, like, you know, being a father, I don't think you understand that. And if I say, hey, man, Darvin, you say Joseph was like a father to Pharaoh. Joseph ran it. He went the country. He signature ring, all that, right? When people say, like we're talking about now, I have to understand. Robert tell you this here. We stop, and I say, hey, man, it's okay, because when you you walking that road, it's not something that we take. I take from him. Being a father, I'm not his natural daddy. Spiritual father meaning that it's that when you're telling folks, man, you look at this, you look at that, you do this, you do that. After a while, you'll hate your father. And I don't want to be hated. But when you're around real sons, they understand. I may not like it, but I love it.
But I love it. But
A real
I
son
love it.
says, I don't understand, right? I don't understand, but I'm going to do it,
Yeah, I'm
Rob.
going to do it.
Man, because you know why, Dom? It works. I know folks you don't talk to about credit. We don't talk to about credit. You don't talk credit and do it, right? They'll come back 2 years later and finally figure it out. You tell them the same thing, they still don't do it.
Same thing that you said 2 years
remember.
ago.
2 years ago, I'm serious.
You got to do this, this, and this.
I be giving Darvin, let me tell you what happened, right? I give him names. This is what happened. I give Darvin names. He didn't call the folk. I say, man, that person told me you didn't call them. And you know, Darvin kind of laid back. He said, man, I ain't calling no one. He said, I deal with OCAT 2 years ago, 3 years ago. This is what happened. I'm like, what? And what happens is people don't want to be sons. Let me tell you something. In certain areas, you're going to know. Let me say this here, and this one we'll get off this here. God said that when the children of Israel came out of Egypt, he had them on his wings like eagle. He had them on his wings like he was an eagle. The one thing you saw with the children, they was children of Israel, like babies coming out. You know, that's why he took care of them the way he did. You don't see eagles having eagles on their back. Right. Let me put it in Rob terms. You tell me you a boss. Then why you riding my back like that? If you a boss.
Right.
We should be flying side like here. But you want to ride me.
Right.
And you say you boss don't ride bosses.
Boss don't ride.
Boss is a boss.
Huh? Say it
Grown
again.
folk don't listen. Bosses, grown folk buy their own food. Grown folk pay their own car payment. Grown folk pay their own rent. Grown folk buy their own lunch and dinner. Grown folk.
Yeah.
Listen, if you a boss, be a boss. But don't be no boss when you ride on my wings.
That's right.
I'm riding your wing. I gotta say, you know what? You the boss in that area. Let me ride with you. That's the problem. You don't want to be a son. People don't want to be sons, Robert, because you know we grown. No, I ain't never grown. I'm growing.
I'm growing.
I ain't never grown. Ray Kroc said, when you're grown,
about it. No doubt about pass. I'm growing.
when you're growing, you're green. Ray Kroc said, when you're grown, you're grown,
You done?
you're rotten.
Come on now. There you go.
Ain't no baby born old.
Right.
Ain't no baby born grown, Rob.
Right.
Ain't no baby born grown. Ain't no baby. I don't know no baby grown. You may be grown with some teeth and born with some teeth. I ain't saying that,
Right.
but you ain't grown.
You ain't grown.
You may have the parts to be grown, but you ain't grown.
Come on
You
now.
maybe can do grown folk stuff, but you ain't grown.
Come on now.
I swear, my kids, I should never told them that I ain't grown.
Oh, they use it.
Oh, they
I would have used it too.
Boy, they use that thing up every day.
I would have used it too.
Wah, wah.
Straight up. I would have used
30
it
years
too.
old.
Yeah.
My son 40 years old, I still got him pacified. Still got him pacified.
Hey, y'all, that's another episode of 100 Gems.
100
We're
Gems.
talking about purpose, anchoring into your purpose, understanding your purpose, and can't nobody really do it, man, and bring it like our own Dr. Robert Piles.
Yes, sir.
So,
Yes,
baby,
sir.
you better
The
tune
business
in.
pastor.
Come on now. Then we got Coach Darvin on the line. Now, Coach Darvin going to be back, too, to give us some more schisms.
We gotta have another
Yeah.
rally.
Yeah.
We might do a big rally.
Yeah,
Big
I
rally.
think that'll be good.
Yeah, a big
Coming
rally.
soon.
That'll be
Rally
good.
coming soon. Y'all hear it?
Yeah,
Yeah, we
we
gotta
already
rally.
talking about Dial coming here at least once
Man, I
or
had-
twice a month.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
my
at least
credit
twice
score-
a month. Once,
Yeah.
twice a month.
My credits go back down to 60.
It's just a matter of time.
It's just a
That
matter
means
of
Pastor used all his money. He's gonna put it back in next week,
I know.
and we're gonna be back where we need to be.
Yeah.
say no more.
Yeah.
Say no more.
Say less.
All right, y'all. 100 Gems, baby. Peace.
Peace.
That was good, Pat.